do need to share with you some of the don'ts. And again, because we have so many people looking at us all the time, we have to make sure that everything we do is compliant. And I need you, everybody, you know, like when you're in the bar and you put on your beer goggles? I want you all to put on your, let's look at this presentation in a new way goggles, okay? This isn't about being restrictive. This isn't about SeneGence making rules for you to follow. This is about SeneGence protecting your business, about SeneGence protecting our company. This is about SeneGence making sure we're here for the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, okay? So I don't want you looking at it, and I swear to goodness, if I see anybody at lunch with their hand on their hip and their little hip protruding, going, Karen, I have a question. What? No. It's not about being restrictive. It's about being your advocate. It's about being your protector. So we're going to talk about the products, because it's more than just the products. It's about the performance and how we market it. So let's look at this particular post. This post is what we would consider a compliant post, okay, about our foundations. You can see that the distributor just put all the shades of foundation on the back of her arm and shows all of the varying colors that we offer. Amazing compliant post, drives a lot of traffic, drives a lot of interest, shows how diverse we are, and shows how much we have to offer. This is another highly compliant post, all right? It talks about how long will the product last, not particularly performance and last on your skin, but how long will it last with daily usage, right? This will last a month, this will last 6 weeks, approximately. This is a great post because it talks about our products and the value that customers get for their consumer dollar. This is a particular favorite. This post is compliant because the poster showed a whole lot of different faces with our color technology that shows what the shade looks like on different skin tones, right? And how versatile our lip color is and how it can actually change based on somebody's own personal pigmentation. It's based on our color product. It's very compliant. This one, a distributor created a look. I see you guys do this all the time. Super compliant post. Created a look using our products and posted all the products that she used to create the look. Perfect, compliant product post. This one's interesting because some of you might say, Karen, hip, you said we can't do before and afters. This one's tricky. The reason you can do this one is because we consider our self-tanner a color product. It's the distributor's own legs. She did not use anyone else, and she's just showing, hey, this was my, white leg before I used the self-tanner, and then I used the self-tanner, and look how the appearance changed with a color technology product. This is a compliant post. All right? So, we need to talk a little bit about claims and results versus product performance. Let's talk about what that means. A claim and or a result is when you speak to a product that provided a specific result due to the use of the product, okay? We cannot make claims, okay? Sharing how a product performs is a personal experience, all right, that you can share. It is not, okay, let me hoist up my iron underwear. It is not compliant to share or showcase testimonials from friends or customers. It must be your own personal product experience. Okay? This keeps our company safe. Does not get the FTC or the FDA looking at us in a bad way. So the picture to the right is non-compliant in many ways, but the main issue is that the picture is from a distributor's customer. All right, there's a couple of other things with claims and results versus product performance. Focus on the appearance change when you use products and less on the function. You want to describe how things appear, not how the product is performing. You want to describe how the product begins to change the look of the skin, not that it changes the skin in any way. Now this is really interesting. Here are your keywords. Does everybody, pencils up please? Pencils up, pens up, notebooks out. The best words to use are looks, seems, and appears when you are referring to our products. Let's say it together. Looks, seems, appears. One more time. Looks, seems, appears. Those are your 3 key words that you can use compliantly when you're posting about products, okay? So an example would be, the texture of my skin appears to be smoother and even. An example would be, my pores look smaller after using, say, silk. Do not say, oh my God, my pores shrunk up. It used to be the size of a jacuzzi for a small family, and now they're super small. Okay? You don't want to say, my gosh, I used to be just a, bumbled, blistering bump, and now my skin is as smooth as silk. No, okay? You just want to say, looks, appears, and what was our other one? And seems, okay? All right. All right, because I heard some feedback from Australia and they were not happy. But again, all I can say is it's all your fault, okay? And the reason I say that is you guys did your job well. You got everybody looking at us, so congratulations, and that is a good thing. Before and after pictures, are they powerful selling tools or are they a compliance issue? Well, let's check it out, shall we? Okay, before and after pictures, do's and don'ts. Let's go through the do's, because there's a lot more do's than there are don'ts. The best wording to use are things like, this is me, Karen, this is me, before SeneGence Make Sense Foundation, before SeneGence Shadow Sense, before SeneGence Lip Sense, before I had an amazing makeover. This is me before I used the color technology, and this is me after. Pictures before and afters are only allowed for our color technology. So don't feel restricted that you can't use your own personal before and afters, but they do need to be used strictly for our color technology products. You can also, and we've seen this on our Times Square billboard, we've seen it in all kinds of different posts on Instagram and Facebook, it's perfectly compliant. You can show how durable our color technology is in different environments, how they hold up in water, under extreme weather conditions, how they don't transfer onto fabric. Kiss as many children as you can, show that it doesn't kiss off. Those are all appropriate and highly compliant before and after pictures. Time tracking. You can start a usage cycle and you can talk about the results, how they seem and appear and look. You can say things like, I have, used SeneGence Make Sense Foundation, for 30 days, and it seems as though, my skin appears much more flawless. That's a very appropriate, compliant statement. All right, don'ts. Pictures of customers, friends, and their testimonials. Just don't. Just don't. FTC doesn't like it. DSA doesn't like it. And again, here's the other thing I need you guys to really, really, really understand. Don't shoot the messenger when you get a notice from compliance. Compliance is coming to work every single day to protect your business. They are not coming to work every day. They don't walk in, grab a cup of coffee, roll up their sleeves and say, so let's see whose business we can screw up today. That is not their goal. They come in and they look and they get notifications about the posts, and they have to go in and protect the distributors who want longevity in their businesses for the long term. They're your shield. They're your protectors. They're your guideposts to make sure. They want to be there to coach and train and answer all your questions. I'm going to give you kind of a sad example, okay? Happened a few days ago, and one of our compliance officers came down to my office, and we were talking about this presentation, and she was so sad. And I said, gee, why are you so sad today? And she goes, well, it's just been a long day. And I said, I know it's intense getting ready for an event, and there's a lot going on. She goes, no, that's not it. She said, we came in the morning and we sent out our usual set of compliance emails, and one of the girls responded back right away, and she goes, and usually that's a really good sign. Because when somebody responds back right away, they're very interested in correcting the issue or getting more information and making sure what they're doing is correct. But when she opened up the email, it was an emoji of the middle finger. And that's all it was. That's so sad for somebody that comes to work with such pure intention to make sure that your business is there tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So when you get those compliance notices, don't look at them as though they're coming from a place of causing you toil and challenge and turmoil and distress. Look at them and say, I am so glad that SeneGence has such an amazingly competent group of compliance officers who want to make sure our business is here forever. Yes. All right? Yes. So I just want to put in a little plug for my good friends in compliance because I love them to death. All right. So here's a couple of good examples of befores and afters that you can use. Now the first one, this distributor was going to the grocery store. She had a full face of makeup on, but she didn't have an umbrella. She walked into the grocery store, did her marketing, walked out of the grocery store. She just was a wet, sopping mess, and she showed how none of her makeup transferred or melted off her face. Great testimonial for the color products. This one I know is going to bum you out because it is, I got to tell you, frankly, that is an amazing before and after, but we can't use it. It's a before and after on the firming neck cream. Couple of reasons that it is non-compliant. One, it's not a personal before and after from the distributor herself. It's one of her customers' grandmothers. And the other thing is that it's regarding one of our skincare products, and it is a structure and function claim. We cannot make structure and function claims. So again, remember, all of your befores and afters need to be revolving around the color technology, okay? Now, again, it seems restrictive, but again, it's for your safety. So when compliance comes to work in the morning and after they get their coffee, what are they looking for? So let's kind of go through a couple of non-compliant examples, okay? Anything that talks about being a pharmaceutical grade product, that is off the table, okay? We do not make those claims at all. All right?
Can you go back?
Going back. I'm sorry, do you need to take a picture? There you go. So again, other examples of non-compliant medical terms for reference is, again, and what you're not mentioning here are specific conditions. You don't want to mention eczema, psoriasis, sunburns. What is melasma? Razor burns, cradle caps, stretch marks. You don't want to say, gee, I put, climate control all over my baby's head and the cradle cap went away. We can't do that. We cannot associate our products with any prevent, cure, or treat of any specific skin condition at all. Nothing with cancer. Done, full stop. I have nothing more to say. Nothing associated with the big C ever for any reason. We tend to see this a lot sometimes with the hair covering products when people are experiencing regrowth. Guilty. Talked about it all the time. Can't do it. All right? And then false claims. Oh, I just caught that. All the cameras go up. That's great. And what I mean by that is you can't say a specific product performed any specific result. You can, however, say that specific ingredients are known to provide a specific result. So in this particular example, the distributor can't say that the mascara itself grew the lashes, but instead needs to be more specific, that there's an ingredient in the product that does promote growth, which in this case is Capixyl, which helps provide fuller, healthier lashes and increases new lash growth over 46%. So if you're wondering what you can say, go to the beauty book. All right, that's in there, and that's a do. All right, and prohibitive comments about our opportunity and income claims. Again, we need to be very careful with income claims. You can't say things like SeneGence pays for my car. I'm making so much money that I quit my regular job. We can't say things like that, but we can say, check it out. My activity with SeneGence and my personal sales and sponsoring helped me earn a lease reimbursement on an amazing SeneCar. You can say, through all of my work and through building an amazing team, I was able to earn an amazing trip to Hawaii. You can say those things. There's so much you can say to talk about how SeneGence has impacted your life in a specific way. All right, and everything needs to be tied to a specific activity. I did X, I achieved Y. That is compliant as long as you're not using specific dollar amounts, showing paychecks, or talking about specific earnings that you may have achieved. You always want to say, I sponsored 10 new team members this month, and that put me on track to earn a trip of a lifetime. Who wants to join me? Totally compliant. All right? So, how can examples of product performance lead to more online demos? Well, again, we are talking about, online marketing at this event, so make sure you have a link on your online product performance videos and pictures to your Sene site, and make sure that you have anybody that's checking out your social request product samples, and you can send them those through the Sene Beauty app. So if you're saying, hey, I've been using this great new firming neck cream, I'm seeing amazing results, no before and after, my skin looks or seems or appears to be firmer, say if you want to learn more, click here. Or say, oh my gosh, my company just launched this amazing hand brightening cream. I'm starting to see some amazing changes in the appearance and the skin on my hands. Would you like to know more? That's all perfectly good to say. You want to conduct an online Cinnabon look makeover using the Sene Beauty app when showing the results of specific color or glamour looks, and as well you want to use the new Sene Look updates as well. Perfect for online demoing when you're showing those color techniques. And for those who engage with you on their post, you need to make sure you're always asking them, would you like to receive a product sample so you can see what I'm talking about in terms of product performance. All right, so lots of ways to compliantly promote your business online. So just to recap really briefly, why is being compliant online so important, and why did we want to carve out just a couple of minutes this afternoon before lunch to talk about it? I mentioned it earlier. It's all about, you guys, it's all about you. It's your fault, and it's all about you. We want to protect you. It's our duty as corporate citizens to make sure that any woman who says, I want to be a part of SeneGence and I want this company to be the vehicle my family uses to change the trajectory of their life, it's our responsibility to make sure that that's there for them in the long term. We have to do this for you. And it comes from nothing more than a place of love. It completely protects your customers. I never want to hear a story ever about a SeneGence distributor possibly getting into any kind of legal kerfuffle from a customer who said, well, my distributor told me this product would do that. You need to be safe. You don't want to be telling people things that you shouldn't, because they're going to come back to you. Okay? It protects SeneGence. Okay, a shameless plug. This is how I feed my family too. I want to be here for the long term. And it protects our industry, and we all know when we're out sponsoring, when we're out selling products, when we're talking about the opportunity, when we're talking to folks who have been in the industry before or have had a bad set of circumstances with another company, you have to overcome a lot of objections, and you don't want to overcome objections of bad income claims or bad product claims. You want to say, this company is right and tight. They know what they're doing, and they have got nothing but our absolute very best interest at heart. Okay? So, what are your most important takeaways? I want you all to remember our SeneGence mission statement. We empower women around the world to live life in love and abundance through careers that really work, selling innovative beauty products that really work. So you, as a group of distributors, can always feel so confident that when you're talking about our opportunity and about our products, you know that the testing, the science, the ingredients, the activity associated with income, those are all things that really work. We just need to make sure we promote them and talk about them in the most compliant way we possibly can at all times. It protects you, it protects us, it protects your family, it protects your customers. Amen. Amen. Now, some of you may have noticed recently a little bit of an increase in compliance notifications. Has anybody seen a little bit of an uptick in how many compliance notifications are going out? And some of them are for posts that could potentially be years old. We've partnered with a company called Field Watch. Again, your fault. Your fault, not our fault, your fault. You guys are posting so much we can't keep up. We've got, our compliance group is a teeny tiny little group of people. So we partnered with a group called Field Watch, and they go through our social threads every single day. And they're looking for things that flag terminology, pictures, claims, all, medical terms, all of those things. And they send the lists of non-compliant posts that they've found, because remember, once it's online, unless you've removed it, it's there forever, and they're going through and making us aware. So when you get those notifications from compliance, they work really, really hard, because I know, especially if these posts are several years old, it's hard for you even to find them. So we're trying, anytime we send out a notification from compliance, to include the link so you can get right to it. We're trying to give you a very specific, a screenshot of the post so you can, go back through your feed and find it. We're trying to do all the right things to make it as easy for you to either edit or remove that post as quickly as possible. And I think the real trick is that when you get those notifications from compliance, don't roll your eyes, don't get yourself all whipped up. Please do not think that tomorrow we're going to shut down your SeneGence business so that we're all in a dark corner somewhere talking about you. We're not. All you need to do is follow the instructions in the compliance email and then send a quick note back saying, taken care of, done. And thank you for doing such a great job.